Cabrera, individual financial education and cost-saving tools for individuals worldwide. For more information, visit CuveraGlobal.com. Cabrera, an InvestView company.
Hey, welcome back. It is a terrific Tuesday on Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. And if you thought today's show couldn't get any more terrific, think again. You know that I try to lead the show in the direction of two main goals. One is to make television great again. And the second one is one of my own personal committed goals, is to make AOC bartend again, because her and the squad have dragged the entire Democratic Party so left that it's led to the impeachment of a president. And one man who's a Democrat has chosen to stand up to AOC and fight that fight. And he joins us today. He's New York City Councilman Fernando Cabrera, and he is an announced candidate officially to run for Congress against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for your effort. You know, on Liquid Lunch, we're the only show on television. We have a Democrat and a Republican every single day. We mix it up. We have thoughtful conversation. You're known in the city council. You're known throughout your district, and now being known throughout New York City, at least, to be kind of moderate guy. You're a minister. You're a preacher. You believe in faith. You have conservative values, but you're also a Democrat. How are you going to get people to turn from her to you?
Well, actually, that district is a moderate to the right district. If you look at the values that are represented in that district with all of the communities, you'll find that people are coming out of the woodwork saying, where were you? We needed you before. And so now we're seeing really a revolution, a revolt of people saying we had enough of this extreme left positions that AOC, and the fact is that she's been the MIA AOC. She's not in the district. She's not making a difference. She's never going to pass a bill. She's never going to get funding into the district because she's so divisive, even within her own party. So this is why I'm running. And to be honest with you, I'm the only one who has a chance here of winning. And we're going to win this race because the fact is we need a Latino in the race. 50% of the district is Latino. We need a moderate or a conservative. I represent those views. We need somebody who's an elected official who has experience. I have more experience than anybody else running the district, and somebody who has the results, and I have that as well.
Councilman, let me ask you, we've heard so much since AOC was elected, even a little bit before that, kind of since the Sanders Revolution, of the resurgent left wing of the Democratic Party. But looking now at where the Democratic Party is, we see you, who's kind of a center conservative Democrat, running in a primary. We see your colleague in the city council, Ruben Diaz Jr., running for a seat that a lot of people expect him to win in New York, and another conservative Democrat, Chaim Deutsch, running for Congress in South Brooklyn. Are we seeing, maybe because of all the attention that the hard left of the party is getting, a sort of a comeback of the blue dog Democrat, the conservative Democrat? And in your view, is that a healthy thing for the party?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, what we're seeing is a surge. We have a surge within the party, and you see in the presidential race, the one who's polling the highest is Biden, and number two, both of them are moderates within the party. You know, if you compare it with other conservatives, some people might say they're to the left, of course. But the fact is, within the party, people are very concerned with what the AOC's, the socialist message that will destroy this nation, that destroy Venezuela, that destroy Greece, destroy Bolivia. And I could go down the list. We don't want that to take place. So there's a surge of Democrats that are saying enough is enough.
I know John wants to pick your brain on some issues, but one last question on the horse race aspect of this. The reality of the situation, I'm for nonpartisan elections. I don't think there should be primaries that exclude people that are paying for these elections. But the reality of the situation is, at least in New York, that's the case. And the people that are more likely to vote in a Democratic primary tend to be more progressive. Can you actually, with your record and your views, sell yourself to an electorate that's dominated by progressives?
I have to tell you, and I want people to understand this, that particular district It's a moderate to the right district. It is not a left or extreme left district. You have the working class. You have people who don't want to give all their money to government, who don't want to be taxed 60%, because that's what's going to require to do the programs that AOC wants to bring about. And this is why I have help from the Greek community, Latino community, we have the Albanian community, the Bangladeshi community, the Asian community. They're all rising up and they're saying, Cabrera, we're standing with you. And those who want to help, go to CabreraForCongress.com. We need your help. We're going to make this happen June the 22nd.
All right, now, all of this comes down to the same old story. It's all about the Benjamins, folks. And if somebody, a moderate, a Christian, a pastor, is going to win, that's the type of people that can go to Washington, even as a Democrat, and have a thoughtful conversation, like we try to do here. Now, you said you have support in the Greek community, the Latino community, and the Albanian community.
Albanian, Bangladeshi, Asian community.
I want to focus on those three because Greek, Latino, and Albanian. I want to come to a couple of your fundraisers because I hear great food and great parties right off the bat with those three. I've never been to a Bangladeshi party, but you never know. I want to see what we can do. I personally want to help, and maybe me and Frank can try to, on our own, help you, get the word out about the campaign. But Alex, your opponent, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the big news, she's all over social media, sitting back with some posts saying she's waiting for her apology now that Amazon came back to New York with 1,500 jobs, right? You heard me earlier when you were in the waiting room. We were supposed to get, over time, 25,000 jobs. They were going to build this big campus outside of New York City in what I would call a more underdeveloped area. Now they're coming to New York, to Hudson Yards, which is well-developed, with 1,500 jobs. And she says that there was no tax breaks, no tax money. You're in the city council. Tell our audience why she is lying.
Well, she is totally misrepresented. She's spinning. This is what she's doing. She's trying to reframe what actually is taking place. If an employer a company brings more than 300 people, automatically they get those tax breaks. So she's trying to save the day because she knows that she's marked forever for being the one who led the fight to get Amazon out of here. We're talking about $27 billion. Listen, we're about to go into a $100 billion debt in the city of New York. God help us if we get a recession, because it's going to hurt us. The fact is that we lost all those jobs. They're trying to get this. It's actually about more like 1,300 jobs, which is dismal compared to the other 100,000 indirect jobs that we were supposed to get in Amazon. And yes, they're still getting the tax breaks.
So just to break it down, when Amazon said they're going to bring about 25,000 jobs here, that was over a period of 15 years or something. So she's playing around with the words there. But ultimately, there's supposed to be 25,000 jobs. That's how they get the economic development incentives. That doesn't take into account all the work they were going to be doing for the next 5 years to build this campus, and the construction workers and the meal workers and the sanitation, the private, all the other jobs that are going to be created by that capital expenditure. Is that right?
Absolutely. And actually the unions, which they tend to lean more Democrat, many of them, the fact is the laborers union, everybody who's in the laborers union, 32BJ, all of them were supportive of this project. You end up losing out because of the fact that she didn't want it to come into the district. And here's what happens. The message that we send to all of the other corporations, when every other city in the United States of America was drooling over the fact that they wanted Amazon. They were willing to give up everything to be able to have them, because they understand, who doesn't give out $2.7 billion worth of tax break? It was tax break to get $27 billion. It doesn't take a brainiac to do that. But there really again, we have clueless AOC.
Is there really a labor union in New York called the Laborers Union 32BJ? Is that really the union?
Yeah, those are 32BJ was in support of the project. We had the laborers unions that were in support of the project, and they were utterly disappointed.
So we got to get the laborers union, at least 32BJ, for you. I mean, you wouldn't have done something like that, and she kind of if you ask me, she kind of hurt the union.
Well,
She
the
did.
law enforcement unions are already coming out for you, right?
Absolutely. We're going to have all the law enforcement unions. We have many unions that are going to be joining us. We had the Jewish press that just endorses. You know, it's a difficult one to get. I was able to get that already. And many others that are coming out, but we don't want to give them out yet
Not just yet.
because it's not time.
So
but I want to tell you, we got the momentum. The people in the district are saying enough is enough, and let's make it happen.
Can we see the photo that Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez tweeted after the Amazon deal was announced? So that's her on the couch with her feet up saying, waiting for the haters to apologize after we were proven right on Amazon and saved the public billions. What about you tweeting a photo of you on our couch with your feet up saying, waiting for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to show up to work and do some constituent service?
I was going to say that because the fact is the people in the district are complaining that she is nowhere to be found.
Well, what happens if you call the office?
So let me ask you this.
When you call the office, you get a recorder.
This worked
You can't
once
even
before.
get to a real human being.
This worked once before, okay? When Bill de Blasio was running for president, he was missing in action. You said she's MIA AOC,
Yes.
right? Well, she's not here. It took her like 6 months to open a constituent office in New York, but she's down in Washington.
And she don't have one in the Bronx.
Right, she doesn't even
This
have
is
one in the
shocking.
Bronx. So let me ask you this. Bill de Blasio, we put him on the milk container because he was missing in action. So we put him on the side of the milk container. That worked. He got knocked out. Should I change this to AOC? Should we add it to
Absolutely.
the milk container?
You got the blessing.
I do. All right,
got the
very
blessing.
good. The last time you were here, I gave you the shirt off my back.
Yes,
The
you
Make
did.
AOC bartend again. And now I'm going to switch one of my favorite props from de Blasio to AOC for you. But I want to thank you, Fernando. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Councilman.
so much.
Keep up the hard work. You got to go get her.
Thank
and
you.
why don't you do
We
us
are.
a solid? Go tweet at her from the all white leather couch instead of the yellow leather couch.
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and do what we do every single day. Democrat Josh Kravitz, Republican Bill Cortez, join us right here to mix it up on the news of the day. We have thoughtful conversation. One rule at the end, we shake hands and we part friends. Quick break, back after this.